Yes guys, what's going on? Welcome to AdamMcKola TV and the Weekly United, the place where we wrap up the week in the world of Manchester United. And this comes to you every single Thursday, and this week it means we are just one day away from Manchester United returning to action. It's been months since we've seen United play, months since we've seen United be in action, and of course we were in great form, we were in magnificent form. We beat LASK Lynx 5-0. Igalo scoring an amazing goal. Just before that, we beat City 2-0 on the back of an 11-game unbeaten run. And up next, we've got Jose Mourinho's Tottenham Hotspur, and I cannot wait for the return of football for Manchester, proper football. I'm hoping, because I've watched the last few games, and whilst it's been entertaining to see Arsenal lose and the crazy decision with the goal line technology and all that good stuff, it has been entertaining. It's just not been the same to me as a neutral in these games, and I'm hoping that the emotions and the anxiety that comes with United games, the excitement, the everything that you know the range of emotions we go through as United fans, I'm hoping that brings back the enjoyment of football again for me, because at the moment it's just not quite there. But we'll be looking ahead to that game, we'll be looking back at the week as well and everything that has gone on in the world of Manchester United, and you know this is the spot, so make sure you're keeping it locked by hitting that subscribe button, liking, commenting, sharing, and of course joining as well. Become a member on AdamMcKola TV. We're trying to hit 100 members by the end of June. Now we're very close to it. We've got 92 members, and the latest members were Josh Stanley, Killian Core, and Ikanade, who joined very recently. So thank you very much to you guys for joining. We're now 8 away from hitting that target, less than 10 to go, and we've got more than 10 days to go. So come on, get hitting that join button. But we're going to get stuck into the news right now, and we'll start with a little bit of team news from the press conference from Jose Mourinho ahead of the game, and he confirmed Harry Kane will start for Tottenham Hotspur. Yes, Harry Kane is back, Son's back. They have got a tasty looking attack lineup, even without Dele Alli. Dele Alli's missing for them, Tanganga's missing for them in the heart of their defence. So we're coming up against the Mourinho side that are going to be freshened. They're going to be, obviously everyone's going to be fresh at this moment in time. Obviously there's going to be a little bit of a lack of match sharpness with everybody, but still we don't know what to expect from this Spurs side. At the time when we were going there, we were confident of getting a victory, and now we're going there and we don't know who's going to turn up. Yes, we're full of confidence personally, but with Harry Kane back into the team, Spurs are a much stronger side than they are without him, which they would have been just before we broke up in play for the coronavirus. So you know, they've been beneficial or beneficiaries of this break as well, just as United got Pogba and Rashford back. Anyway, moving on from that, and of course you get every single week an update on Jadon Sancho, and at the moment, coming from Fabrizio Romano, is Jadon Sancho would accept a move to Manchester United if an offer is made. A bid is yet to materialise. There's been no bid made, therefore talks between the two clubs have not begun. The real problem is Dortmund's asking price. It looks to me like United are just going to wait till the end of the season, see what kind of position Dortmund are in then, and then let's see if we're going to go and what kind of bid we can get away with. United are going to try and get him cheaper. I think he's going to be our priority signing. There's a lot of talk about Jack Grealish as well, but Jadon Sancho is probably the one that screams out Manchester United at the moment when you're looking at players that will possibly be available. We know Sancho wants to leave Dortmund. That's no secret. Whether it's this summer, next summer, I've got a feeling it will be this summer, and I'm hoping that's to Manchester United. Looking at team news again, as we were saying, the only absentees for Manchester United's squad are Phil Jones, surprise, surprise, and Axel Tuanzebe. Now, I've seen Axel Tuanzebe in training and things like that, so whether he's had another knock, I'm not too sure, or whether he's just still picking up, you know, from where he left off last year. Last year, I said. It was this year, 4 months ago, when he was just returning to fitness and returning to the team. So I'm not too sure on that one. Hopefully he's back fit very soon, because with 5 subs being available, with 9 subs being allowed on the bench, Axel Tuanzebe is going to benefit from that, but we need him to be fit. One of his former teammates at Aston Villa, Jack Grealish, again, there's talk about him in The Athletic this week. And it comes from their Aston Villa correspondent, who said Jack Grealish is expected to leave at the end of the season, with Manchester United in pole position for his signature. So not only have you got the likes of David Ornstein, Simon Stone talking about a potential move for Jack Grealish to Man United, you've also got the Athletic's Aston Villa reporter saying the same kind of things, which kind of marrying up all those reports. Now, Jack Grealish is going to be more likely to leave if they go down, but I still think he's going to want to leave Aston Villa. He's not going to want to be scrapping at the bottom of the table. He's a player that should be playing at the top half, playing in Europe as well, and I'd love him to be playing for Manchester United next season. Now, the same reasons that I doubt the links to Donny van de Beek, you know, with Paul Pogba staying and everything like that, it makes me feel like we're not going to sign a player in the position of Jack Grealish, especially if we go out and get someone like Jadon Sancho as well. But there have been reports this week in the MEN which contradict my own personal opinions, which say United are targeting a winger, an attacking midfielder, or a playmaker, and a midfielder. So they go against that. Now, if we're going to strengthen in that area, we're going to have loads of depth. And if we were to get, for example, let's say Sancho, Grealish, we've got ridiculous amounts of quality, ridiculous amounts of depth, and we can challenge on all 3-4 fronts going forward. You'd have to expect that to be the case, especially if you'd be spending those kind of figures to bring those players in. You've got Bruno, you've got Pogba, Rashford, Marshall, all these guys. You have to be delivering in terms of points and hopefully challenging for trophies, the big ones. In Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's press conference this week as well, and we looked at it in United Daily Live, if you missed that, we heard Ole Gunnar Solskjaer say Angel Gomez is not too far away from signing a contract. But he said, and he said it twice, he'll wish him all the best if he doesn't agree to that contract. So it's a take it or leave it offer from Manchester United. He leaves, his deal expires on June the 30th. So we've got up until then to see whether he's going to stay or not. Obviously, with the FIFA regulations, you can extend that to the end of the season. But Angel Gomez's future is far from certain at this moment in time. But hopefully, like Ollie says, it's not too far away from seeing that announced and seeing that confirmed in the press and him signing that deal. Fingers crossed it gets done. He's a hugely talented player. Yes, in the last couple of years, he maybe hasn't, had that trajectory that we would have wanted him to have had. But he's had a few injuries, and hopefully they're behind him, and he can get back to business on the field for Manchester United. Now, someone that could possibly take his spot if he was to leave, for example, is Jude Bellingham. Now, Manchester United have been linked with a move for him as well. Surprise, surprise. There's another update on him, and it is Borussia Dortmund are struggling to meet the asking price for Jude Bellingham. Birmingham City want £30 million. Borussia Dortmund have been offering £18 million according to reports, and that has left Manchester United with a huge opportunity to step in and get their man. Now, this is coming from Bild and coming from Germany, so that kind of report will probably seem to be maybe right. You'd like to think they would know more about what's going on with Borussia Dortmund, and I kind of half expected this to be the case. We've seen it with Timo Werner potentially going to Liverpool, Donny van de Beek potentially going to Real Madrid. Clubs are having to backtrack on any kind of deals that they were potentially going to agree before coronavirus pandemic because of the fact that they've lost money since the coronavirus pandemic. So this could be another one of those deals that plays into Manchester United's hands because Borussia Dortmund can't meet the asking price. Now, as ever on AdamMcKola TV and on the Weekly United, we try to end this video with a little bit of positivity. And Marcus Rashford, in this kind of depressing period of time for the whole world, has been a bright light for everybody. And recently as well, in the last couple of days, in the last couple of weeks, he's been campaigning for free meals for children that are going hungry in this time, with parents losing jobs and all those kind of things going on. He's been campaigning for food, and it's a topic that is close to his heart because of the fact that, when he was growing up, he maybe needed to use breakfast clubs and those kind of things for him and his family to get by. And he has been an absolute hero in the last couple of weeks, the last couple of months. He has just been the pride of Manchester United and pride of the country. The people's champion, this headline says, and memories of being hungry as a child have driven Marcus Rashford to deliver school meals campaign. He cares so much he couldn't sleep the night before the Prime Minister's U-turn. It's a ridiculous even idea that the Prime Minister initially said no, and even that Marcus Rashford had to step up and do this. It's ridiculous that has to happen, but the fact that he has, and he's been able to go away, learn about something that is deep to his heart, and not just start tweeting about it and doing hashtags and doing this and doing that, but also researching policy, researching things that can change and things that can be done to enforce change and impact positively on these people, and he's done it, and he's done it bang on. And he won't have been the only one. There would have been a movement from grassroots level, and you've got to shout out the likes of Fair Share and all those kind of people. But Marcus Rashford, what a man. What a man. And you wouldn't be surprised if this week, Friday, at the end of saving, you know, that campaign and getting that through the door, that he goes down to London and beats another tyrant. Beats another tyrant. After doing Bojo, now he's going to get Jomo at the White Hart Lane Stadium or whatever it's called these days. You just wouldn't put it past him going there and scoring a goal that proves to be the winner or something. What a hero Marcus Rashford is. And we've got to protect him at all costs, because the media are going to come after him now. They're going to try and see imperfections in his life. They're going to try and talk about all the money that he spends on cars or whatever. But we need to stand behind him and make sure that he's protected at all costs. There's no reason why you can't care for people and care for those that are less fortunate than you, and still, you know, as someone that has the wealth, be able to enjoy his own wealth and his own hard work. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's support Marcus Rashford, protect him at all costs. And of course, I cannot wait for Manchester United against Tottenham Hotspur. Let's hope it lives up to these expectations that have been building for the last couple of months. Make sure you're joining us here at AdamMcKola TV for the watch along as well. That is coming. But for now, I have been AdamMcKola. You lot have been absolute legends. Thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing, joining, all that good stuff. Help us hit 100 members by the end of June. And for now, I have been AdamMcKola. This has been the Weekly United. We are out of here.